Happy Friday. This is Tim the Education Guy with your Friday Fun Fact. And this week we are celebrating teachers. Teachers that do so much for all of us, for ourselves, for our kids, our grandkids, our community. Thank you, teachers. It's Appreciation Week. It should be Appreciation Year for all you do. So today we're going to hear from some of the NETA team and teachers that have impacted their lives, and I get the privilege of starting. So I want to share two teachers that really impacted my life. One that was a traditional teacher, Mr. Guba. We called him a bug because that was his name backwards. It's the only way we could remember it. This is in the 70s, so he was that typical person you'd expect from the 70s with the long hair, the mustache, the cool big old lapel shirts. He was our music teacher. And he taught me saxophone. Yes, I play an instrument. No, I'm not as good as Ed Ullman in the trombone, but I can play an instrument, saxophone. And also singing, which I will not do to you because that would be torture. But to this day, thanks to Mr. Guba, I have an appreciation for music. And anytime I hear Country Roads, Take Me Home, which I will start singing, I remember that because of him, because he used to walk around the halls of the school singing that. And the other teacher that really impacted my life is a young lady by the name of Pauline. Polly was not a teacher in the sense that I went to a classroom for her, but she was a librarian, and she was in our church. She'd always come home and bring little sheets for me and books for me to read, and really impacted my love of reading and really pushed me to always do better and always bring me different things. And to this day, I still talk to Polly. She's 89 years old now, just had her birthday. And between Pauline and Mr. Abug, or Mr. Guba, really impacted my early childhood and my learning. And so we want to hear from some other people at NETA and what teachers impacted their life. Let's take a listen.
Favorite teacher? Okay, so I've got lots at like every grade level. We probably all do. But I'll just talk quickly. My college advisor was a big one for me because he took me in a different direction than I thought I was going to go. I was an electrical engineering major when I started college. Did that for about a year. Kind of figured out that wasn't really what I thought I wanted to do. In the meantime, I met this junior faculty member who was in the computer science department who studied AI and specialized in artificial intelligence and got me fascinated in computers. And John convinced me to change majors from a real degree in electrical engineering to this totally unestablished, brand new discipline called computer science, which no one really knew anything about, and none of us were convinced would ever lead to a real job. And that had a profound impact on my life and led me down a very different course. So John Paxton, now the department head of the School of Computing in Montana State.
The teacher that influenced me the most was actually a professor. It was a professor, Dr. Perry. He was a professor for me when I was working on my thesis. And what he gave to me was an appreciation of history. It's something that I never had appreciated in the past, only because I thought it was a boring topic and subject. And he reminded me through a novel. It was called The Greatest Generation. It was written by Dan Rather. And as I graduated, the day before I walked across the stage, he handed me this gift, and it was an autographed book from him that said, "Don't forget history's importance, because it reminds us of things that we've done well and things that we should be doing better." And he said, when you read this book, know that it's about true people and true life, because a lot of the stories in there, many of the people, including myself, speaking of himself, it was a true story for them. So it talks about their journey as they were, given of their time and their talents in war. So he gave me a new appreciation of history, and I'm thankful for him for giving me that joy.
What amazing stories of teachers and the impact they have had on our lives. We want to hear from you. Right down here in the comments, right down there, we want to hear from you the impact that a teacher has had on your life. Tag all the teachers that are in your life and share with us the great things that have happened and the impact that they have made. And we want to hear about what your station is doing to recognize teachers this week. Thanks, have a great week, and we'll see you next time.